Okay, I suppose that this is recording. Hello everybody that is watching, that is. If you're not watching, hello to you too, somehow. Okay, so let's look. What you're looking at the screen, what is on the screen, and what you're looking at is the speed paint. Not exactly speed paint, it's a time lapse of a 4-hour clip of recording of my digital art process, right? But it's still not the full thing. It might have taken me approximately 6 hours, not so sure, maybe more, maybe less, right? I didn't record some last bits. I didn't record the bits where I color, and also, well, yes, let's get on with the video before I talk too much. Okay, so here you can see me doing sketches, warm-up sketches, using a tablet VEIKK S640, right? And I'm blocking out the shapes and the poses to base my drawing off. I don't know these characters, they are made up. You can claim them, I don't care. And yes, I'm using Paint Tool Sai Windows, right? And the first version of Paint Tool Sai, by the way, I haven't upgraded that to the second version. I haven't upgraded anything really. Oh right. So what I'm doing is trying to draw to not, of course I'm trying to draw. Right, I did the pose a little better, right? Time to give them clothes. Right, about this, right? Let's pause it here for a moment. This clothes, right? I didn't include this. This looks so good. Okay, so it gives this more depth, right? This bit over here, it's one piece, right? This whole thing is a wraparound. It wraps around her, and I forgot to, draw this bit of line. Got lost in the process of doing the line art, so plans change unexpectedly. Let's get on with it. I am mourning a little over it, and yes, I forgot to give her buttons. I just realized that. It's okay. So let's look at the guy. Yeah, it don't look like she needs buttons now, but you'll see why I said she needed button when I start to do the line art, right? Okay, something about laziness. Yes, that's me. Shikamaru, am I right? Alright, oh, those hands, and the hair, not so much. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to draw the sword, but I did not end up drawing the swords. I drew the spirit of them, like those Chinese movies, ancient martial arts movies where you can have spirit swords. They come from your chi. They are made of chi. Yeah. And I spent a lot of time trying to do the lines. You almost have him sullen, but almost close. I have spent a lot of lines on these clothes, on these hems of the clothes, the seam lines, the hem, but I have spared no lines for the shoes or the boots. Poor guy. Okay, not poor guy, poor boots. Right, her hair. I did some lines for her hair. I did not do any lines for the bottom part of the hair. Now you can see why I needed buttons for her. The blouse. Not exactly a blouse. In ancient China, or at least I think so, these things goes all the way down, so it's a skirt under a wraparound skirt dress, maybe a skirt under a dress, right? They are very loose. I like the clothes, ancient Chinese clothes, that is, or the depiction of it in those martial art movies. They are very flowy, very nice, right? Yes, now I'm blocking out the shapes to color in the values on a separate layer, of course, on a separate folder even, so I could keep them neat as I go. Right, I'm blocking out the values, and yes, a little time skip here. And this is, yes, I'm trying to adjust the contrast of the background and adjust the values of each thing individually. You can see that the guy has lighter clothes, the girl has darker clothes, right? And soon enough you'll see me blocking in the places where the skin would be, and then I would color them. Oh yes, I'm coloring the line art on a separate layer, right? So it can have a little bit of color. Yeah, here is where I block out the skins. In the I colored in. What I probably didn't record is how I colored the skins further. That was sad. It was a simple process, but it was a one that was not recorded, sadly. Yeah, I adjusted their skin so that the girl will have lighter one, the guy will have more saturated and darker tones, because you know, yin yang, subtle nod to the yin yang thing. I did okay in the in the result picture, right? The end result, you could see a fire and water like thing on the background. Yeah, it was purely accident. I did not have a plan for the background as always, just planning to keep it gradient, simple, right? Trying to make the girl more dark in the light places, because her corner of the background is lighter than the guy's. Trying to further emulate that, you know, yin yang differences. And the guy of course has a darker sash, the girl has lighter one. So you know, those little dots in the yin yang symbol, the dark in the light and the light in the dark, right? Those kind of things. And now you could see me doing the skin. Yeah, I was making his skin tone a little more saturated and darker, and I was trying to make the girls a little less saturated and more paler, right? Those typical things, typical differences between men and women. Here I tried to make one of those mini display to make my life easier, but it did not, so I closed it. Yes, adjusting some values. Okay, suppose this is the end. Oh, not yet. Okay, but the end is soon enough, coming soon enough. No worries. Why am I saying no worries? I don't know. So I'll let you live your life in silence, since I probably talked your ear off. But the thing is, you can adjust these things, right? You can mute me. Who says you can't? It's 2022, right? So that is the end of this video, and I will show you the end result, right? Okay, see ya.